So of course,
Yes.
"Love to Love You" is one of those iconic songs, mostly because it's a lot of, you know, gyrating
Cooing and
and cooing and heavy breathing
right.
and a lot of, and a lot of expression of a sexual nature being put on
Yes.
wax. And so got me to thinking, what are some of my favorite songs that feature an orgasm?
I'm
A
dying to
very
know.
a very vocal orgasm that just is very prominent throughout the song. And so here's my list, guys. At the first on the list is "Jungle Fever" by the Chakachas. And if you're not familiar with it, if you've ever seen the movie Boogie Nights,
Mhm.
it's featured in one of the scenes where I think it's like one of the sex scenes where Dirk Diggler is first,
Mhm.
exploring his junk, his huge
Mhm.
junk. And it's very bare bones. It's a guitar lick. It's a and some timbal. I don't know what kind of drums they are, but a very boom 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 boom. It sounds very tribal, very, it's a
Oh,
lot of yes, you know it now, right? Okay,
that's my jam.
so and so and you guys can we'll put a list out. We'll put the
Yes.
links to these songs. When you hear it, there's a lot of speaking in Spanish when the joint
Yes.
stops, the beating stops, and a woman is yeah, yeah, yeah. She's moaning, she's just groaning through, and there's at one point, and then the beat goes on, and
Yep.
it's a very climactic, literally climactic,
Right.
and she has like the biggest moaning orgasm at the end of the record, and you just don't know. She's speaking in Spanish the whole time, so you really don't know
Yes.
what she's saying. But that beat is so funky
It
and
is. That's
so
a hot
dope.
joint.
It's a hot joint, and I'm wondering, could I get away with that at Rocksteady? Hmm.
Ooh.
Dun, dun,
Let
dun.
me
Maybe I don't play all the way to the end. I don't know. I'll think about it because of course the moaning just continues and
It
continues
does.
and gets louder and more descriptive and a lot of panting, and she's catching her breath, and anyway. So next on my list, it just made me think of another one. Next on my list is a hip hop classic, which the young lady does not get a lot of credit for it. She had to go through a lawsuit with LL Cool J. But
Mhm.
Wild Thing, I'm calling it by its original name, Wild Thing, by the original group name Too Much,
Mhm.
featuring Almond Joy,
Mhm.
aka LaShawn.
LaShawn. We love
You
LaShawn.
all, you all might know the reboot of the song as "Doing It"
Yep.
and "Doing It Well" by LL Cool J, which was an interpolation of her 12-inch record that was like a local jam in New York, where she is talking about having sex with a
Mhm.
dude. Of course, because in the mid '80s, late '80s, the code for sex was wild thing. We were doing a wild thing. That means you were having
Yes.
sex. And so it's like building up. She's writing the "My Jamaican Guy" beat
Yep.
by Grace Jones, and she's rapping, and she's just talking about all the things that she can do and how he was doing it to her, and was just making her feel real good. And then it gets to that break, as J
Mhm.
Ray was talking about earlier, where you can hear the congas in the background, and it's just and the music comes to a climax, and then all of a sudden, ah, she goes into this 3-octave orgasm, and it ends the record, and she legit says yes, wow thing at the end of the record. And that's still a jam to
That's a hot
me.
joint.
It's a hot joint. Next on my list is "Justify My Love" by Madonna.
Yeah. Oh, does she have an orgasm in that?
She throughout the record, she's kind of having a "what are you gonna do?" She's kind of having a
Yes. Oh.
really
Mhm.
breathy kind of orgasm. It's not as pronounced as the aforementioned records,
Yeah.
but she's definitely having a good time.
Yes.
Um, I still gag not know. I did not know that Lenny Kravitz was responsible for that record
Produced
until
that record.
a few
Ingrid
years
Chavez
ago.
wrote it.
Yeah, wow. Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
Justify My Love, that Madge, that Madonna Chacon. Let me tell you, her coming, her getting the video banned from MTV,
Oh
but
yeah,
saying, you know what, we'll package it and sell it in the record stores.
money.
Chef's kiss, money.
Yeah,
She made all her money.
absolutely.
Mark, Would You Mind by Janet
Janet
Jackson. You're
Jackson.
absolute. You know, I forgot about that, but
Yep.
yes, I can't even play that in public because
Right.
it. People will start start feeling like, well, should I even be here? Do I need to, do I need to leave? And the last record I'm going to tell you all about is a reggae dancehall slackness classic. Is so super slack and dirty that you have to be at a real a basement party to hear it because it's super dirty. But it's by a young lady by the name of Sasha, and the name of the song is "Kill the Bitch." And so you've heard it,
Mhm.
J Ray. So the crazy thing is Sasha, that's kind of doing the reggae chat on the song, is actually the Sasha that's singing on "I'm Still in Love with You" by Sean Paul, which is so wild because it's two
Get.
separate vibes. This song came out in like the mid '90s, and she's rapping, of course she's talking about sex, and she's like challenging people, not tell me oh sad no more I come me body, like she's challenging the guys, which one of y'all got the goods to come
Yeah.
to blow my back out,
Yeah.
and to like really put it down. And there's the hook in the background is "Kill the Bitch," and so there's a point in the song where it keeps going "Kill the Bitch," and then she starts moaning. She's like, my body's trembling, juice is coming, and she's working herself up into this really frenzied, almost almost violent sounding orgasm in this song. And y'all are gonna die. So the funniest part about this song is she gets to the song, she's like, my body's trembling, she's screaming and she's screaming and work up the cock, work up. I mean, she's super violent, right? And then she said, I can't say that. I can't say what she says on our show. You all are just going to have to go listen to it for yourself. And she like says this line, and even the guy in the background is like, "What?" And then she gets back to rapping. Not tell me, "Ooh, said and one." It's the wildest song ever. Mark my words. If you want to hear the best orgasms on record, this is gonna
We
be
had
a
to make a
list, Jared.
list.
We're
Yes.
gonna make a list for this, and we're gonna put it out for everybody to see. And yes, those are, so I don't know how we really veered away from the whole Donna Summer conversation, especially after
But we
talking about her conversion.
no, well, we didn't though, because I think we wanted to talk about the importance of Love to Love You.
Yes.
And I didn't hear, so it's funny that we talk about Love to Love You.